This scene was completely dead until lighting and details changed everything. Hello friends, welcome to the final episode of this course. In this part, we'll try to complete our scene using assets, and we'll also focus on lighting and color to achieve a more realistic result. I sculpted and created this statue, and you can use it as well. We place the statue in its position according to the reference. We can also place the weapons from the previous episode on the street, either manually or using PCG. I've added helmets as well. I add two vehicles from that historical period to the scene, which really improves the overall feel. I also tried to add plants using the foliage tool, both to create color variation and to fill empty spaces, so the scene looks more visually appealing. The more assets we have, the better and richer the scene becomes. I'm currently working on creating suitable assets for this genre, so you'll be able to use them later as well. I also add an anti-aircraft gun to strengthen the war atmosphere. Additionally, I place a bicycle to show that life once flowed through this area. We can use what we learned in the previous episode to apply destruction to our walls. As we saw before, we use the fracture menu to simulate destruction and anchors to protect the areas we don't want to break. Finally, we use a master field to trigger explosions and destruction. Now it's time to adjust the lighting. By rotating the directional light, we try to find the best lighting angle. All right, friends, now it's time to enhance the scene by adding lighting effects and fine-tuning the settings. First, based on our reference, I fade out the buildings far from the camera using a relatively dense local fog. Next, I add exponential height fog to create atmospheric haze closer to the camera. You can make it denser if you like. That can be visually appealing as well. If some areas of your scene feel too dark and that becomes an issue, you can use spotlights. Just be careful to respect the direction of the directional light and avoid using overly strong lights, as that can make the scene look unrealistic. You can also use spotlights to create highlights and add warm or cold tones by adjusting their color. Another powerful option is post-process and color grading. By adjusting saturation, contrast, or gamma, you can significantly change the mood of the scene. All right, friends, I think this is enough for now. We could add many more things, but to avoid making the course too long and repetitive, we'll end it here. Please let me know in the comments what kind of scenes and genres you'd like us to create next, and how you'd like the tutorials to be structured. In this series, I tried to build a realistic scene while also sharing key concepts from each topic along the way. I could have used VFX effects to improve the scene even more, but I prefer to teach those topics separately and step by step. We'll definitely get to that very soon. Thanks a lot for watching these tutorials. If you enjoyed them, don't forget to like, leave a comment, and support the channel. You can also support us by joining the channel or using Super Thanks. Your support really means a lot. See you in the next one.